total atomic annihilation, the rebuilding of this great nation of ours may fall to you. That's why we at Vault-Tec have prepared these educational materials for you to better understand the 7 defining attributes that make you special. Today, we will focus on strength. In the wasteland, essential supplies will be scarce. When an item of value is found, keep it close and away from bullies. The stronger you are, the more you can carry. Be sure to know your limits, or you may find it challenging to escape from hazardous scenarios, no matter how strong you are. There are other situations where you may find yourself in close proximity to unfriendly neighbors. For such cases, you must learn to defend yourself using your natural strength. Use anything sharp or sturdy enough to swing. Get creative with your implement, but stay reasonable. And look for anything that can further enhance your innate vigor. The greater your strength, the greater the impact. But remember, some moments require more than muscle. Keep doing your chin-ups and push-ups, because there's more strength can do for you. Swing for the fences like the pros, crafting specialized protective gear to keep, or building clever weapons to wield. Regularly study your Vault-Tec provided materials to prepare for survival. And to answer the question, do you know what makes you special?
Oberland Station has been really fixed up. Guard stations on either end. A fence surrounding the entire thing. Turrets everywhere. Well, fix this building up. And put another building over there. Days and days of work to get all this done. They have a generator. They have a water machine. Water pump, I should say. Yes, turrets around. Even lights. And it says Oberland Station, which you'll be able to see a lot better at night. They just need more people here. There's just 4. Enough beds for 8. So the traders can come here. Pitch camp right there. This is the southernmost limit of all of our settlements, so I figured it could use some protection. Although I was given word of one even further south, Somerville Place. They're looking to join the Minutemen, but obviously we have to go help them. That would obviously be the southernmost limit. Any further, we might be exiting the Commonwealth. I've heard of Warwick's homestead to the southeast. And I know that there were maybe 2 other farms in the area when we were up here, around this area. Yeah, we're spreading all over the place. Alright. Alright, let's go to Diamond City. Before I left, back in Sanctuary, we did a lot of work. Especially myself. We passed the days as Curie was getting used to her new life in a biological body, and I did a lot of work while making sure she was alright at home. We have built a Slocum's Joe, the entire restaurant, along with the old coffee maker and the donut maker inside, plus somebody to sell to all the visitors that come to Sanctuary, along with a little Slocum's Joe sign to let everybody know that that's what we have going. And I'm very proud of it. I really like coffee, so it's my thing. Huh? You need answers? What's going on?
I'm glad to help.
Good for you. I'm not convinced you've told me everything you know about Henry Cook's disappearance.
Well, why are you looking for him?
Fair question. He's my father.
You said so
I haven't
before.
heard from him in a while, so I came down to check up on him.
I wish I could help you, but I don't know where he is.
All right. Thanks. He seems to have vanished off the face of the earth. I guess it's time to move on. I'm not gonna find my dad here.
You need a place to live.
Still bothering me.
Everyone, except Sins. No Sins allowed here.
Why does she have these cans here? That's just annoying. Alright.
No funny business.
Need to buy adhesives, which we were extremely short on. I haven't been able to modify my armor. My personal clothing, I should say. Although, when spring and summertime hits, I'm not going to want to wear this
Not even a little bit.
Minuteman coat. Alright. Well. Let's head out.
Oh no.
Over that period of about 10 days, I also fixed up my place quite a bit. Replaced some of the old, falling apart furniture. It's mostly new. The TV's the original one. My flag from the war. Glass is cracked, but that's fine. It means something to me. Posters. Yes, I was doing more than I probably should have for Sean. Posters in his room as well. Original couch where we used to rock him to sleep. In my room, quite fixed up. Lights. Lighted posters on the walls. The windows are completely cemented. There's nothing getting in that way. Very happy about that. Overall, it's the same place, just with improvements. So, we're starting in the North Center. And we have all of this to go through and explore. Of course, there's a whole bunch of things that I've been tasked doing by other people. But other than that, there's parts to Boston I still haven't been to. A few parts here and there. We'll eventually get to it. So this is the South Central, and then the Southeast. These are the areas that I have not been to. And eventually we'll have to get over there. The West... The western part is pretty much all explored. We haven't been to Forest Grove Marsh. Oh, there's a police department there. So we haven't been there. We really haven't been in the south of Boston. We did go down here to the Glowing Sea. Explored everything that I cared to. But we're starting here. I heard somebody say that...
How are you doing?
They buried something in the central...
I like this arrangement.
Happy to do it.
Central tree at the... Oh, there's ghouls back here again. And it's nighttime, so we're gonna have to sleep out here. There's a whole bunch of ghouls over there. Alright, there's a glowing one too. We just cleared this place out a short while ago. Here they come. Disgusting. Really should have Ghoul Popper out.
My pleasure.
Oh. Okay, watch out there, Kate.
It is convenient.
Whoa. I'm sure it felt that. Kate moved out of the way just in time. Not sure what I can do with the radiated blood. I know with pre-war money. Oh, this one's still kicking. Yeah, there was something that I would like buried under the central tree. So I've been told. And I've been told that, I was going to say Quincy. It's not Quincy. It's down here. Malden. The Malden area, city. There's a lot of things there, especially in the Memorial Hospital, that I'd be interested in as well. Preserve cigarette pack, pre-war money. So where did I get this information from? Preston told me. He's heard through the grapevine, I guess. To make sure I'm not going to stick my hand in a rotted one. There's a lot of ghouls here. Where'd they all go? That's rotten. It's the body of one. One of them flew away. Oh, wait. Did I just take something I shouldn't have? Yes. We don't want blood from these creatures.
Damn.
Alright, central tree. Well, better not be just hub flowers. Glowing fungus.
Mine now.
Glowing fungus and hub flowers? What's this? The magazine. Total hack. Control turrets. Huh. Well, apparently this tells me how to hack turrets. Yeah, I do like comics. It's not really a comic, though, at all. And Skyline's flight. I thought that I may have missed something there. What time is it? It's after midnight. You know, we're going to go to Skyline's flight.
Damn it.
And...
Nice.
bloody radiation. Coming from these storms. Here it is. Wow. I can imagine how this went down. Would have been horrible. Everybody in there probably dead. There's fighting going on down there. Mechanist forces? Yep, it is.
Sweet. This ends now. Nice.
That thing on your wrist be clicking that much?
Yeah, there's radiation coming from this radiation storm. We're getting it. Not so much me. You guys are, though. We have Radaway for everyone.
I'll just take this.
Fusion core. I'm gonna go through these faster the more I use the jetpack. Need those. Need steel and military grade circuit. We need circuit boards. Need that to repair. Shotgun shell. Repair my power armor. Right. I don't know where the other one went. Yeah. And I can imagine that the plane came down something like this.
What happened? What the hell was that? Shit! We're losing power!
Double to the whole tower! Flight 76715 here!
We're almost at Friday!
Ask them! Shit! The tower's gone!
Gonna! We're going down!
Speed!
Instruments are down! I can't get anything! Oh my god! Shit! Shit! What's going on here? Come on! Come on! Stop! Piece of shit! Switch the thing off! We're going down!
Don't panic!
Yeah, I can imagine this plane coming down. It would have been horrible. Absolutely horrible. I believe it would have been something like that. Need to get up. People have restocked the area.
Nice.
Very nice. Ammunition, which we sorely need. How did I get up there before? Well, it really doesn't matter. Alright, I've tested it several times, and it works unbelievably well. I'm so happy about this. Let's see. Just like that. I can't fly, but this'll have to do. Can't leap over tall buildings, but I can leap onto small homes. I went too far. There we go. Alright.
Hell yeah.
Now, this is a comic book. Attack of the Fishmen. Pfft. Wait, didn't I see something like that out when we were digging? Somebody probably ended their life in here or hauled their butt in here, dying. Stimpack,
Excuse me,
Radix.
miss?
All quiet, gentlemen.
Wait, what are the Minutemen doing here? You guys are a little out of your area, aren't you? Let's see. Yeah, because Ten Pines Bluff is here. Well, the further they patrol from the settlements, the better. We are getting more people in, joining the Minutemen. Each new settlement, we get more people. Alright, now, General Atomics Galleria. I think we've been there. I'm not sure what's going on. Let's go to Malden. Before we do that, let's go and go to sleep. Find a suitable place. Up there, actually. Oh, there's already people sleeping here. Well, there are creatures sleeping here. Leave them alone, dog meat. This is not a bad spot. Let's set it up. Dog meat, where are you? He's carrying everything. Hey,
Hey,
come here.
over here. Hey,
Alright, let's put it down. Don't need a fire kit. Lantern, sleeping bag. Let's see. Where's... Here it is. Okay, so obviously we'll put everything around that. You, dog meat, can... Is your bed right there?
how you doing, buddy?
Oops.
Heads up. Go check that out.
Alright, so what's next? Put the wall here. And... well... the last sleeping bag. It's not in a good spot. There. This should be fine. With Ada and dog meat here,
Hey,
What's so important?
forget it.
we'll be safe all night. Before we left Sanctuary, I added more defenses, trees have been cleared, There's some rail support along the bridge. Sanctuary Hills. Welcome to Sanctuary. We have washrooms for all our guests. I just have to get the signs up. Require some adhesives for that. We also have a shower for anyone that needs it. Privacy is not exactly something many people in the Commonwealth really care as much about as they used to back in my day.
You point, I'll shoot.
The terminal has its own little room. I don't have any doors on it. I just wanted to get it away from the weather.
I wonder how long my systems will endure these rugged conditions.
I can't really say.
Yes?
Just curious what you're thinking.
Do you need something, monsieur?
How are you doing?
I find myself wanting to set out again and see the world. I am tempted to do this on my own, but there is so much danger. I hope we can renew our partnership. For science, of course.
Of course. This curry is completely not what I expected. I always liked the French accent, her intellect, and curiosity as a robot. But now... Look, I know she's a synth, but I will refer to her as a person. She's human to me. And yes, I have been watching her for the 10 days she was in her human form in Sanctuary. It's amazing how she could do so much from the start. She could walk and talk and pretty much be the, 25 to 30-year-old female she appears to be. Curie could teach me about science and medicine for years if we were to go there. So now it's time I teach her more about being in a body with all the senses it comes with. For her, everything will have changed about reality. Bodies have to be taken care of in a certain way. Food, water, breathing, sleep, cleanliness, kept at the right temperature, etc. But they also have emotional needs. She's not a machine anymore with a programmed-in personality. She's a woman, and to be honest, she's about the most beautiful woman I have ever encountered. No, she is the most beautiful woman I've ever encountered. From the moment I saw her get out of the lounger, I was completely taken in by her. And over the time of Sanctuary, I've been interacting with her a lot. Teaching her how to shoot a gun, and all the survival skills I can fill her head with. And conversing with her about what it's like to be a human. I'm noticing that I'm developing a thing for her, and I feel guilty as hell about it. That's why I didn't want her to come with us out in this expedition. I feel like I'm doing something wrong the more time I spend with her. It's not a physical need that was temporarily satisfied with a one-night stand with those other women. No, I fear I'm falling for her. When she touched my arm, I didn't want it to stop. So, getting away from her for a while is my way of trying to reassess things. But I could tell that she really wanted to come along, and I fought long and hard with myself to be strong about it and say no.
Anything you want to talk about?
Spill it.
Never mind. It's not important.
Even now I'm thinking about her. Well, this worked out. Time to eat. Chicken, egg, and crown. Followed by Nuka Cherry. We have more chicken eggs, don't I? Yeah.
Nice.
There we go. Alright, well everybody is... That was perfect. Worked out perfect.
Damn. You're not fooling around, are you?
No.
Alright, let's pack this thing up. Not the way you're supposed to get out, but whatever, works.
Moving out.
Let's go, dog meat. Oh, actually, I felt kind of... it was not bad sleep, actually. So, down to Malden, which is this way. Now, we're going to be listening for any more distress signals. Oh, I thought I heard something. Oh, this is the Galleria. I don't care to go back there. So let's place the marker here. I actually thought it was the edge of Malden right here, but it's not. Oh, forget it, dog meat. We're going. I'm not hanging around this place again. Crazy robots. What is that? It's a dog. Not sure what's going on. Maybe it's just like a wild dog. No, I'm not going into the Galleria. It's not going to happen. Groups of chickens all over the Commonwealth. What? Oh, this is that different kind of Mirelurk. I think that's the male version. Could be wrong. Could be the female one. Oh, this came up, Dark Hollow Pond. Oh, directly south is Malden. Yes, we've been here. This is where we got that Slocum Joe stuff. Take this.
Is that the best you can do?
Yeah. What's going on?
Yeah.
Either I'm not hitting or I'm not hitting properly. The gun is not as powerful as I hoped. It works, unless this creature was extremely tough. That's the first thing I tested it on. I was hoping it would just completely destroy it with one hit. Guess not.
Yes.
There's the edge of Malden. I have a feeling you wanted to talk to me, Kate. What's going on?
No problem. Oh, sure.
Oh.
Make me carry more of your junk.
No.
I'll get it done.
Hi.
I'd really like to talk to you. You ready now?
Go ahead.
Appreciate it. After Tommy stuck me with you, I was expecting to hate your guts. Not only because you agreed to pick up me contract, but because I was waiting for you to order me around like hired help. Now, so far, you've been treating me like a friend. Hell, you've been damn near nice to me.
Oh,
Now, I don't really
we're gonna have to continue this afterwards.
Bad dog.
Whoa. A little talking there. Dog meat.
Want some more?
These things have to be ended. Shut dog meat. Got it. One's invisible. Still can't. My Pip-Boy won't lock on. Watch out.
You're going down.
Better him than me.
Wow. That's annoying. Anything else coming out after us? Alright, Kate.
Yep, I've got it. I'd really like to talk to you.
Yes, I know.
You ready now?
Yes, well, let's...
Of course. Anything you need.
Anything I need, huh? I might take you up on that one day. After Tommy stuck
It's
me
awfully
with you,
suggestive.
I was expecting to hate your guts. Not only because you agreed to pick up me contract, but because I was waiting for you to order me around like hired help. Now, so far, you've been treating me like a friend. Hell, you've been damn near nice to me. Now, I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but your kindness is starting to make me wonder. If there's anything I learned in the combat zone, it was that nobody does things for other people without expecting something in return.
You're comparing me to that riffraff?
You don't even come close to the losers that pollute the place. I spent 3 years living at the combat zone. Smelled like puke and piss. But I called it home. I was making a few caps. Had me own bed to sleep in and 3 hot meals a day. Then the raiders took over the place. You know that lot. They aren't exactly what you'd call the gentle type. After they moved in, if you didn't keep looking over your shoulder, you were liable to get sucker punched or robbed. Or worse. Didn't take me long to learn that I had to put my hard-earned caps to good use. Buying friends was essential to making life easy. So, I guess I'm waiting for you to hand me a bill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she had it rough.
You don't owe me a thing.
Now I'm having a real hard time believing that. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll think of something I can do to repay you. I'm not a rich girl, but I'm sure we can agree on something. After all, what are friends for?
That's just it. We can be friends. You can live in the settlements. You don't have to even come out with me. Well, if you're going to follow me, I am in charge, but you don't have to follow me. That's the thing. Alright, let's continue on. Oh wait, McCready, take it you want to say something too.
Well? Nice to be on the open road. Good neighbor was starting to wear out its welcome.
Sounds like you had a rough time of it back there.
Rough? That's putting it mildly. Let's put it this way. Can't get much rest when you're sleeping with one eye open. Still, it was the best place for me to set up shop. Diamond City's goons would have run me out of town, and wandering the Commonwealth alone isn't the brightest plan when you're hard up for caps.
Oh, I did just fine.
Setting up shop? What do you mean?
I needed somewhere to hang out so that people could find me when they required my services. The folks in Good Neighbor tended to not ask too many questions, which suited my needs. So, I made a deal with Hancock and started waiting for the caps to roll in.
Caps aren't worth risking your life.
Easy for you to say. Right now, I need every cap I can get.
Are caps really that important to you?
I don't have much of a choice.
Oh.
I don't usually go around sharing stuff like this, but you've been pretty straight with me, so I'm gonna be straight with you. It's those two those two idiots you saw me talking to at the third rail.
Yeah?
Winlock and Barnes. They've been hounding me for months, and it's been driving off clients. No one wants to touch me once they learn I used to run with the Gunners. And I figured if I could get enough caps together, maybe I could buy them out.
How many caps do you need?
I'm not sure. Honestly, that's not even what concerns me the most. I'm wondering how I'm going to pull it off. Winlock and Barnes have a small army of gunners with them at all times. They might decide to just keep the caps and put a bullet in my head for good measure. If I set up a place to meet them, I'm sure they'd roll in with everyone they've got. Unless, maybe you and I could pay them a little visit and put an end to them before they realize what's going on. Before you get that look on your face, let me just say that I wouldn't even be asking if I didn't trust you.
Well, we have a lot of Minutemen we can call in to help, although I don't think we have anywhere near the numbers that the Gunners have. But I could be wrong. I mean, how many Gunners are here in the Commonwealth? But with me and my power armor and a few companions, that's probably all you're going to need as backup.
If you need my help, I'm there.
Wow, I don't know what to say. Truth is, I haven't been able to rely on anyone since I was a kid. Everyone I've met has either tried to rip me off or plant a knife in my back. But you're different. We see eye to eye on almost everything. And I have a funny feeling you actually care about what happens to me. That's why I asked for your help. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna make this easy on you. If you feel like helping me with this, head over to the Mass Pike Interchange and we'll take them down. If you don't, I'm not going to hold it against you. Either way, thanks for hearing me out. It's nice to know that you care.
Mass Pike Interchange. Alright, well I have no idea where that is. Is it down here? Okay. I don't think we've been there. No, we haven't been there. I thought we took this road, though. Maybe we went past it? Or maybe I think we went along here and then crossed one of the bridges to go down to the glowing sea. Yeah, I haven't been in this area. We have been to this estate for some reason, but this area, no. Okay, well, yeah, I thought the Gunners were they're around this area. Was it Quincy and... Yeah, Quincy down here.
We'll all be better off.
Continue on. It's evident that they both come from real rough places. This is that home where Joseph Oldie's grandpa, I think. We came up. Yeah, forget it. We came up through here from the sinkhole. Forget it, dog meat. Somebody left their lawnmower out.
Chain on the other chain.
Somebody lost it again? You have to go through the sinkhole to get back up. Forget that. Alright, so I have not picked up any... No distress signal. Weird. We were around here. I think we were, like, maybe around here when we picked it up, so it's close by. Okay, so there's the Medford Memorial Hospital. I heard there's also a school around here. This town just always seemed a bit dead. I don't know what that is. Not the hospital. Maybe it's something else. There we go.
I've been spoiling for a fight.
This plasma rifle is very effective against synths. Now you can't hide from here. Fusion cell 45 for some reason. That's odd. Any more?
Like I give a shit.
There's just two of them? Okay, there's that one here. I thought I killed one. Yeah, here's the
Green skin freak.
fusion cell, 10mm greenskin. Oh, here's the hospital.
Get him.
Super mutant hound as well.
Scum.
Oh,
Here, I saved this for you.
well, I was gonna have to aim for that one with the bomb on his arm. But that exploding car got it. I guess it doesn't take much to bring them down.
You got a second?
Kate, you can wait. Whoa, look at the blood on that Deathclaw weapon you have. Where is it? Where'd it go? Bodies were just like washed away. Oh, here it is. Nuclear material. Oven mitt.
I trust you're enjoying my company. You and I make quite an effective team.
Of course,
Absolutely.
Ada. Hey, hopefully it won't take that long to go through here. The hospital's really huge, though.
Oh, great. Like I don't have enough problems.
Yes.
This weapon's just plain effective against everybody.
Get him!
All this walking's wearing me out. Maybe we should rest here and start having some fun.
Excuse me?
Come on. You know what I'm talking about.
Sometimes I don't, Kate. You say a lot of suggestive things. I know you come from a rough place, but... Alright. Yeah, I hear that there's a... Is there a university or a high school here as well? Oh, this is your typical rundown. Let's see. We've got a lot of 50 caliber. Shotgun is usually quite effective against super mutants. Oh, gross.
Now you're speaking.
Whoa! Yeah. You hear something. Stupid super mutant. At least I... Sounds like I woke up the place.
Gonna be a good fight!
Perfect.
Any more?
Nothing. Human, let's play!
Whoa, whoa.
They're here! Over here!
Oh, couldn't even see him. Not a good position to be in. These super mutants are disorganized.
No fight today.
Paint can. I need blue.
We're done.
Auto caps, nuclear material. That's crazy that they have these guys that run at you. Chalk with bombs. Set to explode. I knew super mutants weren't right in the head, but that, that just takes it to another level. Oh. This place has seen better days.
Sound, what is it?
The head exploder strikes again. No, it's still called Ghoul Popper. Head exploder, stupid. Stupid name, but it's fitting for what it tends to do. If that's what the case, I should call my plasma shotgun the melter.
See, now
6 grenades.
Trick.
Something
Me
there.
that sometime.
Must have been
We need
nothing.
more ceramic. I've noticed that. Oh, gross.
Hell yeah.
Just disgusting. Wood 4 radix. But I heard something stomping over here.
Stupid noises.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch more super mutants in here. Cigarettes, we need a lot. Oh,
Bingo.
what is that noise?
Carrot stuff.
Oh, there's a safe here. I guess that bobby pin was weak. Lots of ammunition. Missiles. Well, I need all of these things. I'm trying to save up my caps, but I have almost 9,500, so... speaking of that, now that I'm here fighting super mutants, I seem to be really good at causing bloody messes. Alright, let's see what's on this terminal. Kindly let me in, please. Maybe a LY, a word with LY. Gently, that's probably
There we
okay.
go.
That was just about the safe.
That's cute.
Cigar box. Yeah, we need ceramic for repairing and upgrading my power armor. Nope, that's blocked off. Tow data. Ugh, man. You hear them stomping around. One right here. Helps if I hit.
Load on me boots.
Another one.
Uh-oh. This can't be good. Nice.
Worth wasting my bullets.
Attack! That's over with.
.38s. Take that microscope. Right away, medics. This is where they were performing surgeries. 50 caliber. Microscope. Surgical tray for the aluminum. 38s. Alright, so looks like we can unleash a Protectron into the hospital. Not that it'll do very much. Find. No likeness. Yeah, maybe it will serve as a distraction. I don't know. I just have fun doing it. This one. Yes, there we go. Let's put it on law enforcement. Activate. I think one time in the subway I activated 2 at a time. Alright, go kill some super mutants. Autocast, fusion cell, 38. Oh yeah, they've thoroughly taken this place over. Really disgusting what they've... I mean, they're not the ones responsible for it falling apart, but they are responsible for all these meat bags, which were people and anything else that they've been able to get their hands on. You know, there's 2 doors there, 1 down. Does this say operating theater? This is a difficult lock.
Nice.
Still some power coming through.
Sound. What is it?
Sound of your death, you stupid creature. Medford Memorial Hospital Operating Theater Control. Oh, interesting. Toggle operating lights? Oh, I just turned it off. Let's turn it on. Music? Okay, we turned on some music. And let's open any doors.
What? Who's there? It was nothing.
Alright.
Want some more?
Ugly thing. Oh, another one. Watch out, dog meat! I do not want to get bitten by that. Ah. Just saved you from a lot of pain.
You don't want to lay.
And now it's on me. Those things bite hard.
Kill everything.
Well, this looks promising.
It's done. I'm gonna have to try harder than that. Sweet.
Engaged.
Antique globe. Well, this is the operating theater. I would expect more seats around. Super mutant heavy armor. I wonder if Strong could use that. 2mm, 50 caliber, 5mm, 44 rounds. 38s.
Yes.
10mm. Simpack, right away. Hot plate. Steamer trunk, jet, buffo, radix. Handcuffs. Syringe rifle. There's still more around. Light bulb. Flip lighter. Watch out. Did I get over... I'm over encumbered. Are you kidding me? That's strange. She would have carried a lot more than this. Well, you can take all this. Yeah, that is really weird because... Oh, yeah, take the capping stuff back. That'll help. You can have the blue paint. Good enough. This one I was shot. 5 more, 5.56. Well, I gotta make sure I'm not... Okay, passing up something nice. tough lock. Wow. Why am I having so much difficulty with this? There we go.
That's it.
Not bad. Remind me to give you some pointers sometime.
Some skill you have there.
So I got the feeling over the past 10 days, Kate has taken a liking to me. Alright, well that's this area.
I hear something.
We're just here. Okay, let's go down. Let's try this place. Shovel. This probably ends on this side, judging by the looks of it. And we haven't looted this one. 38. Nuka-Cola, huh? One in there. Oh, Nuka Cherry. Another door over there. Fan. 45, 556. Jet, duct tape, scissors. Do I hear a turret in the background? Maybe. That sounds like a bug. Big insect somewhere. Take your fusion core. 45, especially since I sold some of my fusion cores to make up.
It's nothing.
For buying
Never mind.
materials, junk materials. Not too many. I think I sold around 12, about half of what I had. We have 12 again with that one.
Got it.
Oh, here's the magazine.
Nice.
Massachusetts Surgical Journal. ER nurses confess all. Oh, wow. Can't say that I ever had the experience. But every man dreams about that.
Never mind.
Comics like that when I was a kid.
Mentat Psycho. Stimpack. Richard thinks about it. Biometric scanner. What is that? Fiber optics, which I need. Asbestos and nuclear material. Okay, so definitely grab any of those I come across. Coffee tin. Need it. Alright, so that's... half is now explode. What are these? I don't know. Okay, that's... sometimes, like, that sounds similar to the way big insects sound. When there's a... that's electricity. Hello?
Asshole. Time. Scum.
Nice helmet.
What the hell was that?
What the hell? Are they behind us? Where did you come from?
You know how to show
Let's
a
get
girl
outta
a
here.
good time.
What was that?
Bottle caps, 38s. Yeah, they're still all over the place here. Nothing down that way. Are they still downstairs? Like storage room.
Quit playing games and come out where I can see you.
Alright. I'm gonna need to unlock the terminal to open this up. It doesn't look like there's really anything in there, but there could be a couple things. I'm lucky. Oh, first try. Open the door, please. Open says me.
God! Spineless!
Excel. Buff out. Need buff out. Buff out, yes. Alright, so that Carrie made me a deal. She's going to recreate the mole rat disease. Not recreate the disease, the cure for the mole rat disease. But I require 20 buff out and 20 mole rat meat. So, let's see. What do I have, actually? I have 8 buff out. And I've been saving mole rat meat. I only have 4. Maybe I should go in. I should have looked in Diamond City if I couldn't buy more of each. Techno document, combination wrench, toothpaste. Take that. Radaway, Radex. These are worth a lot. Duct tape, combination wrench. 38s, Radaway, Radex. Alright, well, there was a few things in there. Watch out, please.
You're here. Stop hiding.
Where is this stupid thing? We went in there. Didn't I?
Blood to spill today.
Yeah, watch out, Ada. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was looking for.
What? Who's there? Oh, where are
On to us. Kill him! Let's get on with it.
Take that.
I'm gonna feast on your flesh, human.
Whoa. Take the grenade and go. It's a tough one. Alright. You want it up and close? Show me your head.
Want some more? Yes, it's done. Nice. Rip them to shreds! My pleasure.
Kate, watch out.
How's it feel getting your arse kicked by a
My
girl?
pleasure.
Ugh. I don't want to just jump down there. Stupid thing. You're just making this frustrating for me.
Somewhere.
Got all these microscopes.
Come on. You can do better than that.
Time to have some fun.
Let's see. Let's plasma cartridge. Whoa, lots of ammunition. Ridiculous amount of ammunition.
I'll just take this.
And caps. Tool case. Even more ammunition.
Resistance is futile.
But you do a blindfold.
Watch out, Kate.
Right now. Hell yeah.
I'm getting hurt here.
Get him.
Nice one.
Excellent.
Oh, you got it, huh? Okay. What's this? Oh. Fire extinguisher, the side blown out. Don't know how that happened. Fire? More microscopes. Surgical trays, I want those. Another microscope.
You have to come out sooner or later.
Alright, we're done on that area. Here. We were looking... Okay, this side. This goes down. We've
I can smell you out there, little snake.
already been here. Oh, you know where we have to go? We have to drop down to where we were shooting those guys.
Oh no!
Yeah, it is this way. This way. Let's drop down. Check that microscope. Oh, really? Lead pipe. Fusion cell. 38 rounds. There's a lot of dead super mutants down here. 38. Yes. Dog meat.
Hey, boy.
Yep, you're gonna take my junk. All these microscopes weigh quite a bit. I also picked up a weapon, didn't I? Good enough. Surgical tray. Surgical scalpel. Oh, I don't know where I've been exactly. It's that one that was giving me so much trouble. Super sledge? Wow, you know who could use this? She's right with me.
Now.
Where are you? This will be quite the upgrade from using that weapon you're using. Well, maybe it would be around the same. Med for operating theater key, duct tape, wrench. The Deathclaw weapon she has, a stim pack. You would think there'd be tons of stim packs here. Aluminum cans. Typewriter.
Excuse me. You have time to talk now.
You want to talk again?
Still have something important to say.
No, of course.
What's on your mind?
Appreciate it. We've been on the road together for a while. And we've taken some hard knocks. But through all that crap, I notice you've always been sticking by me. You know, watching me back and making sure I don't do anything stupid. I think maybe it's time to tell you a little bit about who you're traveling with. There's no reason for us to keep acting like we're strangers.
I appreciate your trust.
Well, you're the first to earn it. It all starts with two wastes of humanity I suppose you could call me parents. I'm convinced I was a mistake, because I can't remember a single moment that they treated me like their daughter. I was yelled at and beaten. Everything I did was wrong. Nothing but a nuisance in their eyes. The whole time I was telling myself that they had to love me, even if it was just the tiniest bit, because they never kicked me out. Then me 18th birthday arrived, and I found out why they kept me around. They slapped a shock collar around me neck and sold me to slavers. They didn't even care enough about me to say goodbye.
That's terrible.
18 years of suffering through that shite, and all I was worth to them was a pocket full of caps.
Wow.
My God. I'm so sorry.
Thanks. But there's more to the story. It would be easy to blame me charm and personality on me parents, but they didn't make me this way. I did. I was with those slavers for 5 years. Roughest 5 of my goddamn life. The things they made me do. The way they use me for their amusement. It sickens me to me stomach even thinking about it. But I bided me time and learned to use their own methods against them. Stealing a few caps out of a sleeping man's pocket is a piece of cake. As long as you don't get greedy.
I can't even imagine having to go through something like that.
You think that's low? Just wait. The story gets much worse. It took every ounce of patience I had. But after 5 years, I had finally pocketed enough to buy me own way out of there. But instead of heading off to try and repair the shambles of me life, I gave in to me rage and I headed home. You can imagine the look on me parents' faces when I kicked open their door. What you can't imagine is what they looked like after. After I emptied me gun into them.
Wow.
You did what you had to do.
Did I? When I close me eyes, all I can see is their faces twisted with fear. And then my mind starts wandering and I start judging myself. And it's ripping me the fuck apart. You'd think I inject myself with all that shite and drink myself drunk because I'm a tough Irish girl. I do it so I can forget and move on with my miserable life. So there you are. The entire flawed package known as Kate. Stripped bare for your perusal.
I'm proud of you.
I knew I was taking a chance telling you all this. But I never expected you to say you were proud of me. I think I needed to hear that from you. Thank you.
Hey, it's okay. We're friends.
Look at me. Now you have me blushing. Well, that settles it, I suppose. Friends it is then. Hope I make you a good one. Otherwise I'm gonna look right the fool, aren't I?
Kate, I have something for you.
Aw. And here I thought you wanted to snuggle.
Alright, so you have rated Deathclaw. I don't think... Yeah, I think this is better than the Super Sledge. You know... Well, it's not just a Super Sledge. Where? I know I picked it up. Where is it? Oh, Furious Super Sledge. Yeah, I don't think it is better. The Super Sledge weighs a lot. You know, why don't you just hold on to that?
I never thought I'd be saying this, but I really need your help.
Hmm?
What's the matter, Kate?
Everything is the matter. We're friends now, which means I can trust you with anything. I'm also hoping it means you've got me back, because I need it now more than ever. I'm sick. And I don't think I can hide it from you anymore.
No, I've been actually hearing from other people when we were in Sanctuary that you were using a lot of chems.
How are you suffering? You look fine to me.
You can't tell because I've been hiding it from you. It's just that... Well, I'm scared, okay? I'm scared that you'll hear the truth and that I'll lose you as a friend. God, I'm making a hell of a mess of this. I didn't think it would be so tough.
You'll never lose me as a friend. No matter what you say.
Damn you for being so nice to me. I started this, so I suppose I need to finish it. Ever since I left home, I've been using Psycho. I don't know why I'm still taking that crap, but I can't stop. And believe me, I've tried. I can't even go a day without it anymore, and I'm fucking sick and tired of it. I've even been doing it behind your back. Sneaking doses when I think you aren't looking. Worst of all, it's been making me sick. I've been spitting blood and I don't feel right inside. I need to get this shite out of me system before I wind up dead.
Yeah.
Can your psycho addiction be cured?
Normally a wasteland doc could handle it, but I've been using the stuff so damn long they can't help me anymore. There's only one other way I know, but it's not gonna be easy. There's supposed to be a vault somewhere out here. A place called Vault 95. I've heard that Vault Tech used it for some kind of social experiment. Stuck a bunch of junkies inside to poke and prod. Well, they supposedly had some special method to clean up those blokes in there. Some kind of a machine or something. If we could get inside, maybe that machine could help me.
Do you know where we can find Vault 95?
Not really, no. All I know is it's supposed to be somewhere in the southwestern part of the Commonwealth.
Oh, wait.
Look, I don't want you
know.
to think I'm some kind of low-life junkie. A stupid girl who's harming herself for no good reason. From one friend to another. All I'm asking is for your help. When you're ready, take me out to Vault 95 and help me put an end to me pain.
Okay.
Hate to admit it, but I'm having the time of my life.
That's good.
Despite being so sick. So, I think that Vault 95, yeah, this is the vault down here. We passed by, we didn't go into it. I just was too tired after coming out of the glowing sea for... Ew, not drinking out of that. I don't think I'd drink out of it anyways, even without the skull. Yeah, we passed by there. So I know exactly where it is. It's quite a bit out of the way, though. Where are we? I think we're done here. We just gotta find our way out. Oh, this'll work. There's still some more super mutants here. Okay, so I thought that we went through everything.
What's that?
Did we go through here?
I'm hearing stuff.
Don't know.
That sound! What is it?
There's one.
Damn it. Let's do this.
Ah! One shot, one kill. Ah, worked on them.
Up close and personal.
There it is. Oh, there's a bunch of them in here. Cafeteria.
Sorry, my mistake.
Wow,
I'll
it
be
works
on my
really
way.
great on super mutants. Not so much Mirelurk males or whatever those things were. Ball peen hammer. Oh, hands. Nasty. Dog meat, you really... When I'm in power armor, you always seem to get caught up around my feet. Drives me nuts.
Hey, boy.
Blast radius board game. Pack of cigarettes. 6 of them. Not bad. 38 jets. A jet. Bottle caps. 38. Vault Tech lunchbox. Oh, another Mr. Gutsy model. Oh, Mr. Gutsy. I don't have that. I have a Mr. Handy. I have another robot. I think it's a sentry bot. It's sitting on the, my dresser in my room. Back in Sanctuary. Take the toy car. I'm quite thirsty, actually. Very thirsty. Nuka cherry. You know what? I'm gonna have another one. Another Nuka cherry. Jeez. Good thing another buffalo. Good thing I burned so much calories out here. If I just sat around all day, I'd be like 500 pounds. I usually drink 1 or 2 Nuka-Colas a day. But the only reason I'm able to do that is because I'm exploring so much and I'm finding them.
I'm just doing what it takes to survive out here.
I don't buy them or anything. Alright, so it doesn't work very well in Mirelux. Maybe it has something to do with the outer shell. Its protective shell. It does work very well in Super Mutants. Now, robots will have to try that. My plasma gun, or shotgun, seems to work well against anything I come across. But I would have thought that this would have worked great on anything. There'd be nothing that can... Like, I was going to use it on Mirelux Queens, on Super Mutant Behemoths. Why is this lit up? Weird. Alright, Malden Center, Slocum Joe's, we've been to. Well, something is up there, what the heck? Oh, it's just a big squirrel. Or whatever those things actually are. I think they're mutated squirrels.
Sweet.
Going that way. Watch out!
You staying out of trouble?
Oh, look at this. I think... Haven't we been here? Yeah, this is right by Slocum Joe's. Duct tape. Nothing else in there. I mean, I can repair my power armor, but I don't think it's really damaged. My power armor has been fully upgraded. As much as possible that I know how to do. Okay, so let's look on the actual Pip-Boy, what it's showing around me. There's a building there, something down that way. Isn't that usually a town? Old Gullet sinkholes, using that icon. What? We were just at a hospital. There's another one? Okay, well, let's go with this. Probably a church, right? It's getting late. Malden Middle School. Okay, middle school, not a high school. Where is it? This is it? Part of the building is collapsed. Get in that way. 2 packs of cigarettes. What time is it? It's after midnight again. Well, we spent the day, most of the day, in... this is a police station, isn't it? In the hospital we spent most of the day. No, maybe not. I don't know. Oh, look at this. Okay. Well, we can sleep up here. Hot plate. Basketball. Probably take the plunger as well. Take the plunge. Crystal liquor decanter. Take the metal bucket. Broken lamp. Coffee cup. Oh. Too much to ask for a working terminal? Maybe they would tell us what went on here at the middle school. Oh, there's stairs going up. So a lot of the outer side, this side of the building is collapsed. I don't think that there's going to be... Yeah, I was wondering why there, if this was a school, why would it have those, look like a jail cell, but toy car. We don't need telephones. Cotton. Technical document. Old classroom. Yeah. Whoa! Well, let's, where can we put stuff? If we rest here, we'll have a wall all around us. That's not a bad spot. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.